Hi, everybody. Welcome to Catching Up. I'm John Benninger. Thanks for joining us. Our guest today is Diana Morgan, the head of scientific and regulatory affairs for Care of, a personalized nutrition company headquartered out of New York with R&D facilities up in Vermont. Diana, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, John. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Great to see anybody these days, obviously, because we're all kind of locked down. And all that. First question before we really get into it, how are you? How is everyone at Care of? Everybody healthy? How are you all doing?
Thank you. So we're all doing really great at Care of. We're doing a lot as far as taking care of our employees. That is our number one priority, the health and safety of our employees. Our employees in our New York headquarters are working remotely, as well as our Vermont office is working remotely. And then we've also implemented extra safety measures in our fulfillment center in Brooklyn. We have reduced capacity to allow our employees more space for social distancing. We've implemented regular deep cleaning, and also we've implemented extra paid sick leave, paid leave for family time, for taking care of children that might be home from school. So we've implemented a lot of measures to really ensure that the health and safety of our employees is number one.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you're right in a lot of the heart of this right there. So the fact that you are still able to operate, produce the products, keep people employed and making money, that's great to hear. That's really good news at a time when a lot of folks, they don't have a job to go to right now. So thank you for doing that and keeping things rolling out there. I'm sure it's been a lot to deal with, putting safety first. Are you able to keep the inventory going, keep the business going? I know things are in high demand for supplements right now. How's that shaping up?
Yeah, so you're 100% right. The industry is experiencing a lot of demand. We are an essential business, and I'm so proud that we are an industry that really is serving the public during this critical time. And as far as just like dealing with supply and demand, given that we do have reduced workstations in our fulfillment center, we are at a slight backlog with fulfilling orders, as is the rest of the industry. But we are cranking the orders out, and we're really just prioritizing delivery, and we're prioritizing our customers' orders and health. So there are certain surges we have been seeing as far as immune support products. A lot of people are really trying to make sure their immune systems are healthy, and that's a daily immune system support that you want to just have during these times.
I'm doing it, right? My family's doing it. I've always been a supplement consumer, obviously, because I love this industry and I believe in it. But yeah, we're up on our vitamin C and our vitamin D and a whole bunch of other things too. In addition to those spikes in those products, are you seeing, I assume you're seeing even more maybe new consumers or first-time customers coming into the fold here as more and more people are looking for ways to stay healthy?
Yeah, so there has been a lot of new customers because of the increased efforts around just maintaining a healthy diet, a healthy lifestyle, and a healthy immune system. That being said, we are in a unique position that we have a subscription model that can be delivered every month, and if you've seen our little packets, you get all of the nutrients that you need for your own requirements in one packet. So it really makes it easy for consumers that don't want to have a lot of different bottles on their counter, and they can just take everything all at once. So that's the key part for maintaining compliance.
Yeah, and then the personalized part of it, we all know personalized nutrition, however you define that, is one of the fastest growing parts of our industry right now. It's what everybody wants. We want stuff that's right for us. And so I actually went on, you have your new app that we can chat about a little bit, but I went on there and I took the quiz, answered all the questions. It's very extensive. And yeah, it came back with recommendations for me. And I know my supplements pretty well. And the supplements that were recommended are right in line with a lot of the stuff that I take. So that's got to be helpful, I would think, to some of these new consumers that want to take advantage, but they're just not sure what to do.
Yeah, that's 100% right, John. We really utilize all of our extensive history and knowledge in nutrition and food science from our team of nutritionists. We have a naturopathic doctor on staff when creating the quiz that you take, which spits out the recommendations. Mm-hmm. So those recommendations can really, be for a number of different factors that you might need: your diet, your lifestyle, whether you have any specialized diets that you're on. We all know that the keto diet is extremely popular. You might be getting nutrients that might be deficient if you're on a keto diet, or if you're a vegan or vegetarian, you might also be lacking some nutrients. So that guidance is really something that's crucial for the newer consumer. And it's really the feedback loop, which is extremely important. And we do have the new app that we're going to talk about later, but our original Care Of app really has that feedback loop where we actually encourage you to retake the quiz, during different life stages, because as different life stages, just different trends that you're going through, like whether you have toddlers or whether you have teenagers, you might be at a different stress level, or, depending upon, if you're looking to get pregnant, or, if you're going through menopause, you have different requirements. So it all changes over time.
Yeah, the other thing that I like, as I've spent some time looking through the app and through your site and all that, is the focus on science. And you actually have a rating system where you, for transparency, to try and explain to people how much science is behind different things. And it starts out with limited science, and then it goes to emerging science, good science, strong science, and so on, and even a symbol for things that are based more on traditional use. Again, for a lot of these people that are new, maybe to the supplement world as consumers, I have to believe that's pretty helpful to try and understand really how much science is behind each of these products.
Yeah, and it's all about transparency, as you know. We want to just be really truthful and honest, and when we're making these recommendations, and that was the key pillar when Craig was originally thinking about what vitamins his wife should be taking when she's pregnant. She was pregnant. He really, went through the aisles and saw all the different types of vitamins and just really had no sense of what to get. So that was really the premise of giving the rating system, whether something is more emerging. And, emerging doesn't necessarily mean bad. I'd like to say there's a lot of great science in other parts of the world outside the United States, especially with a lot of the traditionally used herbs, a lot of the Ayurvedic herbs, the traditional Chinese medicine herbs that really haven't migrated over to the US just yet. A great example of what we've seen of an herb that, just a few years ago was more emerging and traditional use, it's becoming more mainstream, is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a really awesome herb, an adaptogenic herb that helps, normalize just overall stress in the body and helps really stabilize those cortisol levels. So that's something where, we're seeing these trends on these more traditional use herbs becoming more mainstream through the recommendations that we've been providing through our recommendation engine.
That's great. Yeah, I take ashwagandha every day. I love that herb, and a lot of the herbs from Ayurveda I think are very applicable right now. And the more we can help people understand what might be right for them and make smart decisions, the better off everyone's going to be. So I really love the focus on personalizing this as much as possible and help guide people to the products that might be the most beneficial for them and for their families and all that. Let's talk about that new app for a second, though. I know that Care Of is excited about it. I think it's pretty cool. You want to just chat for a little bit and explain to the viewers what's going on there?
Yeah, so this is an app that we just recently launched to the marketplace. And we were doing a lot of beta testing internally with just our employees on routines. So as you know, routines are extremely important. They give us a sense of security. They give us a sense of accomplishment, and everyone has their own routine. And, we were toying around with this app. We weren't originally going to launch it until a month later, but given everything that's been happening with COVID, we thought that this was a really great time to launch our Routines by Care of app to the marketplace. And it is a free app. And the Routines by Care of is an app that helps you create your routine, which can help support overall stress, sleep, and just your overall happiness. So it takes approximately 66 days to create a routine. And routines are something that when you adapt to them, they give you that sense of normalcy. And this is something that we felt is crucial during this time of, our new normal. So we have different buckets depending upon the different areas of your life that you'd like to really work on. So do you want to focus on your energy levels? Do you want to focus on your mood? Do you want to focus on your stress? Do you want to focus on overall serenity? So there's a lot of different pieces that you could select within the app. And I'll give you just an example. So for mine, I selected energy is one of my top health goals, and then also stress. I have two little kids. I'm a working mom, and anything to help reduce my stress is crucial. So those are the two health goals that I selected through the app, and then the app will allow you to select different routines or tasks that you can add to your daily routine, so your morning routine, and then it's broken out into your nightly routine. So for energy, I had selected morning hydration, drinking a big glass of water in the morning, and I would check that off that I do it first thing in the morning, and also going for a run or different types of exercise to do in the morning. And then, for example, for stress relief, they have one that's family time or cuddling with a pet. So these are different mechanisms that we found can really help support these health goals. And after you create your routine for morning and evening, you will then get prompts at the end of the day to check off a reflection on how you felt after you completed your routine. So there may be days where you don't do every one of these. You have your routine of 5 tasks for the morning, like you were going to go for a run, you were going to have family time, and say you only did 3 out of the 5. You would check those off. And then when you do your reflection at the end of the day, the days that say you went for a run and you reflected that you had more energy that day, there would be that correlation where you could see the outcome of how these different activities affected your energy, your stress, your mood, whatever the health goal that you selected was. There's an output that you would get on a daily basis, and then over time you could see as you're developing your new routine and really sticking with it, the increase in your health goals.
Now is a great time for people to be developing routines, because you're right, everything's been disrupted. Whatever routine we had is gone, right? It's just, you're right, kids are at home, schools are closed, people are working at home, just everything is disrupted. So what a great time to take advantage of that and build some new routines that, if they're long lasting, can probably have a really positive impact. I love how the app isn't only focused on the products, right? I love dietary supplements, obviously, Care of, that's your business, but this is focused on the person and helping them to be the best person they can be with things that aren't supplements. So congratulations and thank you for doing that. It just launched, right? So how's it going? Are people leaning into it? What are the early returns, if you will?
So, we've been getting amazing feedback through our customer experience team. Consumers are loving the new app. It is giving them that sense of security and giving them something that they could hold on to and help them to develop their new normal. As of right now, I've seen that we've had over 2,000 downloads of the app.
All right.
And I think the last time I checked, we had like a 4.9 rating on the App Store. So consumers are really loving it. And I think, John, you hit the nail on the head. It's more than just dietary supplements that we're providing. We have our physical product, but we also have a digital product. And I think the digital product is just as important for that overall holistic wellness, because you could eat great, you could take your dietary supplements, but we need to have all the different pieces of the puzzle. You need to worry about your spiritual health, your emotional health, have your family time, and just unplug, have mindfulness, and when all the dots align, that's when you're really feeling your best and have the best overall health.
Yeah, there is no magic pill. It is called a supplement for a reason. It's not a replacement, and during this time, I think people have the time now, and people are really reconsidering what's truly important to me. What do I want to prioritize in my life, family and friends and relationships, and just taking inventory. I think now's a great time for people to be doing that. And if you can help them to find some life-changing habits that they can take on, we could all come out of this, as strong as possible. This is unprecedented times, of course, but we're going to get through it, and we can come through it together. And congratulate you, as I said, and thank you for that. Also, before we wrap up, I wanted to just mention, I know that you serve, in addition to the company, you actually serve on CRN, Council for Responsible Nutrition, one of our great industry associations. They've been an incredible resource in this time and before this time, in other crises and in what I would call normal times, But what is it about, what's the value there? What's the reason to take time and resources as an individual and as a company and apply them into something like CRN or any of the other great associations that we have out there?
Yeah, so I am a huge advocate for CRN. I think it's such a great trade association that just really supports the safety and prosperity of the industry. So I do a lot with CRN as far as helping to shape regulatory policy. CRN has an extremely strong effort on self-regulation. And I think the self-regulation piece is going to be very important now, more than ever, especially given all the supply chain challenges. And I'm sure you've heard that there's the increased adulteration risk right now. So we have to be very diligent with testing our raw materials and really ensuring that they're not adulterated. And CRN does a really good job of just also shaping the regulatory policy for different issues that could come up.
Everybody's watching it right now, and the one thing I love about CRN, their middle name is responsible, right? And right now, in this time, especially with so many new consumers coming into the market and looking for guidance and looking for products to help them, help their families to somehow be healthier, it's an opportunity to build trust with them for our industry, and it's also an opportunity to break that trust, and that's why we have to fight back against the things like adulteration and the people coming out of the woodwork just trying to make a buck. That's why I think companies like yours and a lot of the other great companies in this industry, CRN members and others, have to pull together and really help each other to draw a circle around the responsible companies, the ones that are doing it right, that consumers can trust, because now is not the time to be taking advantage of people. And I appreciate your work and CRN's work to make sure that people get what they're paying for and they get what they deserve to help keep themselves and their families healthy. Question for you as we wrap up here, Diana, and I ask this of everyone, but a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty out there in the world right now. We don't know what tomorrow looks like necessarily. A lot of, we have to adapt and adapt and adapt. And it can be a little bit overwhelming sometimes. What is it that keeps you going, that keeps you positive as we're going through all of this together?
Yeah, I think that's, so important, is to keep your mental state of mind sharp. definitely spending time with my family and, really just making time to go outside and enjoy the nice weather. You know, we are so blessed that we have this time right now. And I think getting comfortable with being uncomfortable is getting in the right state of mind. And just having that in the back of my mind, when I want a warm shower, I'll take a cold shower. Just really ensuring that I'm in the right mental state of mind and having my routine, making sure that I'm still getting up at 5:30 in the morning and working out downstairs in my living room instead of going to the gym, and really, having that stability. That's really important to, provide a sense of security for those around me. So, if I'm healthy and I'm in the right state of mind, that really helps me with the rest of my responsibilities, both at work and at home. So, you know, exercise is so important. I need that release every day. I need to release my endorphins and just get that adrenaline rush. So I encourage everyone, just to take even, 10 minutes to go for a walk and just get that blood pumping, because you'll feel a lot better.
Absolutely. I agree with you. It can be really stressful right now and sometimes be overwhelming. And we have to put ourselves in the best position to deal with that, not just for ourselves, but like you said, for our families, for our colleagues and coworkers, for our communities. The stronger we are, the stronger all of them will be. It's a great opportunity for all of us to lead and to help people through this really challenging time. So again, Diana, thanks for taking some time with us. I appreciate what you and Care of are doing. And we will be thinking of you a lot as you're out there in New York. Can't wait to get back to New York ourselves. My wife and I love the city, and we would be there coming up next week if SupplySide East was taking place on the original dates. But of course, with everything going on, it's not. That's part of the disruption. But as we get through this, can't wait to get back out to your city there. And it's one of our favorite places to be. So stay well, stay healthy. Thanks for all you're doing. And if there's anything we can do as an organization for your company, just please let us know.
Thank you so much, John. And I just want to say thank you for all you guys are doing for the industry. And I really appreciate this time, this face-to-face time. This is great. I'm so blessed that we have technology that we can all still connect as an industry. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.